Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Jake from today'siphone.com and here's your TAP Daily for February 11th, 2013. Okay, now to start off today we have some iPhone 5S information. Apparently some leaked pictures of an iPhone 5S in a Foxconn production line leaked onto the web on a Chinese website first, and then it was replicated at a bunch of other places across the web. And the main difference here between the iPhone 5 and the iPhone 5S is that it has a slightly different, smaller battery and a different vibration motor for, your vibrating, and a slightly different, quieter motor for the vibrate function. And a slightly different, quieter motor for the vibrate function. I've tried, there's no way to say that and not have it sound like that, so let's just move past it. If you look closely at these mock-ups compared to real iPhone 5 teardowns and stuff, you can see that there are some differences in just the the neatness and the way it's designed and the layout of the internals and stuff, which is leading a lot of people to believe that these leaked pictures aren't really a 5S but sort of like an iPhone clone. Of course, there's no way to decide this for sure. Personally, I don't think the images are legit, but you can decide for yourself. You can take a look at the article with the pictures and the link in the description down below. Either way, if these are legit or not, they really don't tell us much about the device pictured in the images other than these two things that I already discussed. So even if it's real, it's not the most exciting leak in the world. Alright, moving on, you may remember last week there were a bunch of reports warning iPhone 4S users against upgrading to iOS 6.1 because of battery and 3G connectivity issues. Today Apple fixed that. They released iOS 6.1.1 to iPhone 4S owners. So if you have a 4S and you want to update but you haven't yet because of these potential issues, you should feel free to go do so now, unless of course you are jailbroken on iOS 6.1. Then you don't really want to update until you read or listen to whatever Muscle Nerd or any of the other jailbreak developers have to say, because it may disrupt your jailbreak. Okay, and finally, to finish up with an Apple ITV rumor, Stuff.tv is claiming that it talked to a source who was close to Apple but wants to remain nameless for obvious reasons, saying that Apple will launch an Apple-branded HD TV sometime this summer. There'll be one size, probably around 40 to 42 inches, and it will have a premium price tag to match its premium design. Apple is in the process of negotiating with the major players in the television markets to try to get them on board with an Apple TV with, I'm sure, iTunes integrated capabilities and stuff like that. Apparently Apple had the same issues with record labels when trying to start iTunes, and we all know how that worked out. So if the past is any indication, we might actually see an Apple TV sometime soon. That being said, this particular rumor can't be substantiated, so definitely take it with a grain of salt. It would be super cool if we did see an Apple HD TV by the summer, but the lack of any sort of concrete information doesn't really instill confidence, especially when, we get close to an iPad launch or an iPhone launch. We do start to see things that could perhaps possibly be legit, like components or supply chain sources or stuff like that. So it's really anyone's guess at this point. Okay, well that's all the big news for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Your question of the day today is, are you sick of the Apple HD TV? I mean, this thing hasn't even come out and we've been talking about it for months. Do you still want one as much as you did? Let me know your thoughts on the continued pursuit of any concrete information about an Apple HD TV in the comment section down below, or on Twitter at TIP_Jake. Please don't forget the links to everything I talked about in this video in the description down below, so definitely check those out. And as always, for more news, views, and reviews, don't forget to hit up today'siphone.com.